me again. Do you remember me? My name is Andrew, my surname is Surmach. I'd like to tell the stories, architecture, sections of portraiture, ancient portraiture, medieval period. Architecture! Egyptians built temples to dignify the ritual observances of those in power and to exclude others. Thus, they were built within walled enclosures. They create a columned house, or turning inward, visible from a distance, or as a sheer mass of a masonry, a hierarchical linear sequence of spaces led to successively more privileged precincts. This way was born the concept of the axis, which the Egyptian temples was greatly extended by avenues in sphinxes in order to intensify the climatic experience of the approaching participants. The temples also introduced the monumental cues of post and lintel construction in stone, in which massive columns are closely spaced and then deep lintels. Functions of portraiture. Portraiture has broad and varied functions. The Roman Empire knew 44 before Christ and a dominant 476 portraits of the emperor were required to be present in order for court proceeding to take place. Many societies regard portraits as abundant ways to convey status, acknowledge power and wealth. During the Middle Ages, 5th century to 15th century, and the Renaissance of 15th century to 17th century, all portraits of donors were included in works as art as a means of verifying patronage, power, and virtue. Many societies have employed portraits as a means of remembering the dead. Egyptian mummy portrait and Roman death masks played important roles in death rituals. Japanese portrait sculptures commemorate deceased monks and skulls refashioned to be lifelike and memorial representations of ancestors. In Oceania, ancient portraiture. The first representations of identifiable individuals date from the unification of Upper Egypt, about 3100 before Christ. The Old Kingdom, 3100 before Christ, 2258 before Christ. This type of portraiture flourished especially in the funerary representations of pharaohs and nobles. During the New Kingdom, 15th century before Christ, 10th century before Christ, more naturalistic portraits were made in this new style. Depictions of members of the royal family are believed to be based on the subject actual appearances. Some scholars feel that the first real portrait dates from this period. The earliest examples of Greek portraits busts date from the 5th century before and lifelike these sculptures, which portrayed determined and handsome youths were frequently identified images. Historical accounts confirm that portrait painting was also executed during the same period in Greece. The Romans were experts in rendering individuals. Some scholars have argued that it was the practice of making and keeping death masks of ancestors that accounts for the enormous skill with which a Roman portraitist captured the individuality of their subjects. Many portraits but survive, including images of Roman rulers as well as poignant representations of aged citizens. Medieval period, early Christian art, dating from the 3rd century to the 7th century, included portraits in mosaic, in sculpted portraits, mosaic portraits such as others in the apse of the Byzantine Church of San Vitale, Ravenna, Italy, 526-547, depict the subjects and stylized on frontal images that convey authority. Medieval gospel books included of the gospel authors shown writing at their desks. Flat and sometimes formulaic, these portraits often conveyed the artist's understanding of the author based on the author text. Noblemen and kings commissioned a variety of books which were done with lavish portraits of these individuals. Examples of these books survive from the Christian period, 8th century to 9th century, through the Gothic era, 12th century to 15th century. Thank you for attention, ladies and gentlemen. For attention. My name is Sandra. My surname is